Mackay, Scott Crabb, Neil Berry, Dave McCreary or John Robertson, whose absence gives an opportunity for Ian Ferguson to re-establish himself at Tynecastle. Derek Ferguson is fit enough to take his place on the bench. And there'll be a key role again for the youngest player in the squad, Alan McLaren. He's still only 19 years old, but he's been a regular for nearly 2 years, an under-21 international who's already captained his club. And Dundee United have reacted to the disappointment of defeat for the first time this season against Celtic in the Skull Cup semi by leaving out young Christian Daly and Alan Preston from the starting lineup and bringing back the more experienced Dave Bowman and Mixu Patalainen to add some steel to this potentially tough task. A flu scare made Freddie van der Hoorn doubtful, but he's in the side at sweeper, playing his 53rd competitive match for the club following his bargain £200,000 transfer from Den Bosch in Holland last year. And the referee this afternoon, in his 9th season as a Grade 1 referee, Mr. Sandy Roy from Aberdeen. So there was a very warm welcome for these Hearts players, despite the disappointment of last week's result at Celtic Park. So both these sides sharing defeats against Celtic in the last week. And United, of course, determined to put that behind them and reinforce their position at the top of the table. There's Craig Levine. Hearts do have the advantage of having their strongest back four all available, despite the injury and illness problems they've been suffering this week. So these opening exchanges, perhaps even more important than usual this afternoon in view of the most recent results for the clubs. There's George Wright heading it on. Bannon, of course, playing that through for Cahoon. A shot from Ian Ferguson. There's George Wright. The clearance by Malpass. Bannon lofts it back in. There's van der Hoorn. United having some difficulty getting this ball away. And there's Eamon Bannon with a shot. Well, Bannon has the incentive, of course, of playing against his former club. Started his career at Hearts, then went to Dundee United via Chelsea, now back at Tynecastle. So Hearts certainly minus their principal goal threat of the season, with John Robertson kept out of this match as a precaution following the concussion he sustained last week. And the pass overhit as far as Darren Jackson was concerned by McKinlay. Foster nodding it forward. McInally will be quick enough to get there ahead of Ian Ferguson. Headed inside by McLaren. Forceful play here by George Wright. And he was guilty of the foul on van der Hoorn. He was very calm and composed there as he won possession in his own penalty box. So van der Hoorn with a free kick. Patalainen timing that run well. In goes McPherson. The chance now for Jackson. He's through on his own. He's away from Henry Smith. And Darren Jackson will undoubtedly be regretting his first touch there. United's leading goal scorer taking an excellent pass forward. He was all on his own. That was the touch which let him down. Forced him to go very wide there and concede the goal kick. 7 goals he scored this season, Jackson, and that could easily have been number 8. Good play by McPherson, sidestepping Ray McKinnon. Eamon Bannon. Good running by Ferguson up front, dragging van der Hoorn across. Far post cross, in came Cahoon. There's the chance for Wright. Well, he had to take that first time, George Wright, but it was all down to the good work from Ian Ferguson up front, playing that across to the far post. Cahoon did well, challenging McInally, and there was Wright for the first time effort. Welland now to van der Hoorn. Welsh peeling off to the left to make an angle again. Patalainen, very powerful. Out of luck there on that turn, trying to do that very quickly and conceding the throw. Foster got a touch, then Malpass was quickly in on Ferguson. Here's Ian Ferguson again. Fine past that to McKinley. Here's Bannon. Holland is with him. Bannon trying to get in the cross. He's done well. There's Ferguson with, well, Ian Ferguson started that move all by himself inside his own half with a superb crossfield pass, which allowed Bannon to come forward on the left, and then he was in the end of the cross, under pressure though from Welsh. Turned inside by McKinley for Kirkwood. Here's Ian Ferguson. Right to Kirkwood. Now McKinley, good play again from Hearts. Here's Foster and Bannon. Oh, miscue there from Jim McInally, but it fell kindly for United. Freddie van der Hoorn doing the confident tidying up operation. Good play this. The ball flighted to Wayne Foster, down to Bannon, controlling it, setting himself up for a very accurate cross, which wasn't taken by the Hearts forwards. Then McInally miscued, but van der Hoorn was there. Ferguson lofting it forward. Breaks for Foster. Another good break for Wayne Foster. Here's Kirkwood across to McKinley. Trying to take on Crillan on the outside. That's not easy, but it's good play by McKinley. And well held by Billy Thompson. Billy Thompson is giving Alec Crillan a lot of stick there for not completing this tackle. He was ahead of McKinley, but a little bit soft with the challenge, allowing McKinley to win it back and force Thompson to make the catch. Billy McKinley for United. Jackson, Bowman, McKinley again. Jim McInally's made this run right across from the left flank. He's in behind the defence. There's Patalainen! And excellent defensive play by John Cahoon. Well, what a run that was from Jim McInally as this ball was flighted into space there by Billy McKinley. McInally, who'd run 50 yards, judged as well, pulled it back for Patalainen, and look who's back, it's John Cahoon. McKinley to Bowman. He's found space in the middle of the field. He has Jim McInally free over on the left. Good running there by McKinnon. Appeared to be brought down there, yes. It was Kirkwood who conceded the foul. So a late opportunity in the first half for United to go in front. Freddie van der Hoorn sprinting forward to become involved in this. Calling to Jim McInally to leave the free kick. So the two blonde figures in the box for United are the main dangers. Brian Welsh and Mixu Patalainen. Played in by van der Hoorn. Headed away by Bannon as far as McKinley. And there's no time for any more attacking play from United. Applause, particularly I think from the Hearts fans, as the side depart at half-time. It's been very evenly fought out, with United having the early advantage, then Hearts getting the grips of things in midfield. So a second half of great interest to come at half-time. It's Hearts 0, Dundee United 0. Jim McLean, the Dundee United manager, reverted to the 11 who started the match last week at Tannadice against Rangers, and if you recall that match on Sports Scene, you'll remember how well United played, particularly in the second half. So it's that same team turned out again against Hearts, and United certainly started this match very well indeed, although Hearts fought their way right back into contention. So it'd be a very brave man who would predict the outcome of this particular contest. Certainly no obvious change in the Dundee United team structure for the second half. Here's Jim McInally. Jackson trying to come off his man. He was taken from the back by McPherson. Well, that was a sore one for Darren Jackson. He does that particularly well, the way he comes off a defender, make a little bit of space for himself and try to set up a move from a supporting midfield player, but Dave McPherson was giving him no room at all, as you will see from this. Played forward by McInally. Jackson coming off McPherson half a yard, trying to control it and then taking that thump on the right ankle. So Jackson lips back into the fray. Here's Freddie van der Hoorn. Welsh going up, the ball found its way through to Jackson, who clearly has not yet fully recovered. Welsh's header goes straight to Kirkwood. This is Cahoon now, a little bit of space. Good running by Cahoon. Pass goes too close to Cleland, but here's Tosh McKinlay. He has Bannon on the outside. That couldn't have been far away. Jackson, who didn't recover from that ankle injury, is replaced by Paddy Connolly. Paul Sturrock and Kenny Cameron there on the bench for Dundee United, offering the instructions. Bowman sending it up the line where McPherson wins it. There's Bannon. Good challenge by van der Hoorn, reading that superbly, winning it from Foster. And McLaren makes a good clearance there from Patalainen. This is Cahoon. Kirkwood. Ferguson is onside, a great chance now for Hearts. There are men waiting in the middle. Still Ian Ferguson. Well, showing the instincts of a striker. He was intent on having a shot at goal whenever he took possession there. He may regret on reflection not looking up and looking inside for the support which was arriving. But he checked inside. It's a good striker of the ball normally, Ferguson, but that wasn't one of his best. McLaren forward, Ian Ferguson again. Tackled by van der Hoorn. Ferguson battling hard for possession. This is Cahoon. McLaren has McKinlay free on the left. Now Foster, well taken down. Well controlled by Foster. He'll be disappointed about the shot. This is a good pass again from Tosh McKinlay with that very educated left foot. Controlled well by Foster. The shooting chance was on, but the accuracy wasn't there. Playing it up the line, finding McInally, who prefers to let the ball run for the throw. There's van der Hoorn, appears to have recovered completely from the ankle injury sustained earlier on in the second half. It's back now with Alec Cleland. No Malpass. Van der Hoorn to McKinnon. Cleland has lots of space on the right. His Hearts funnel back into defence now. Cleland playing it low towards Patalainen, looking to turn. Well, he did well to get the shot on target, Mixu Patalainen. Never seriously troubled the keeper, but good play again from United. And this ball played in low by Alec Cleland. Patalainen with his back to goal, controlling it, trying to turn away from McLaren, but Smith had the angle right. McInally back to van der Hoorn. McKinnon still available on that right touchline. Here's McKinnon now, taking a good pass from van der Hoorn. And young McKinnon appeared to be caught in two minds there as he came inside. Kirkwood to McLaren. McKinnon recovers well to step away from McKinnon. The layoff from Ferguson, here's Wright. Could have used Cahoon first time, but has switched back to the left for Bannon. McKinlay forward, here's Ian Ferguson back with Bannon. 1-0 to Hearts. But it was the former Dundee United connection which did the damage. 27 minutes into the second half, and this was brilliantly set up. The ball forward here to Ian Ferguson, the layoff to Bannon, and the shot not stopped there by Billy Thompson. Well, Ferguson and Bannon, both former Dundee United players, so they'll take particular pleasure in that goal. Well, pass forward. Here's Dave Bowman. Connolly comes from the right. Back it goes to Bowman. And a great blocking challenge there made by Dave Kirkwood. That was very important for Hearts because it looked as though Connolly had opened up the Hearts defence. Patalainen helps it on. And a great opportunity there for Jim McInally. Well, the corner kick from Preston, touched on here by Patalainen. And McInally may now regret trying to blast that into the net. He had a great shooting chance. Hearts have settled in well on their lead since Eamon Bannon's goal. And in the end, this would be a victory which they could scarcely be grudged for the effort put into the whole match. Welsh put under pressure there by Cahoon, but responding well. Ferguson's header straight to Derek Ferguson. Back it goes to Henry Smith. The referee checking with his linesman now. The Hearts fans and players are no doubt waiting anxiously for this final whistle. Headed away by Malpass. This is Kirkwood. Now McPherson. McKinley offering himself on the far side, put under pressure by Billy McKinley. This is Bowman. Now McKinley. A last chance perhaps for United. Here's Connolly. Checking inside, looking for support. He gets it from Billy McKinley. That's much too close to Henry Smith to trouble the Hearts defence. That may well be the last effort from Dundee United in attack. The linesman indicating to the referee that time is up. And referee Sandy Roy agrees. The league leaders are defeated. They're knocked off their perch at the top. Joe Jordan departs up the tunnel, a very contented man, I've no doubt. Hearts winning the match, and that was a tribute to their resilience and their determination. They battled extremely well indeed until Eamon Bannon gave them the winner 18 minutes from the end, and that's a result which they can scarcely be grudged. It was Hearts 1, Dundee United 0.
Joe, your first home match in charge, what was your reaction to that performance overall?
I was delighted with the performance and obviously equally delighted with the result. It was great to get off to a winning start, especially taking into consideration the number of injuries that we had. And it's credit to the players that came in. I explained to them that at the beginning of the week that there were some reports in the paper about interest in other players, but I can truthfully say the only interest I have at the moment is looking at the Hearts players. And that is all the Hearts players, everyone that's on the book. So the players that did get the opportunity to play today.
As it was Dundee United as well, it meant a little bit extra to me, but I don't score that many goals these days, so that was one to savour.
And there's a touch of the Dundee United old boys about it, because there was a lovely layoff from Ian Ferguson, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah, it was a good move. It worked down the left, and I think I played it to Tosh. He played it into Ian Ferguson, and he laid it off to me, and I struck it from the edge of the box.
Overall, I thought it was a very good battling performance, perhaps, because you had to come back after being behind. Ragged by Alex Totten's side, and also had David Robertson sent off on the half-hour mark when they were already a goal behind. Steve Masgrave got sent fifth to give Aberdeen their heaviest league defeat in 25 years. Rangers dominated in their 1-0 victory over Motherwell at Ibrox. John Brown got the winner, while Jerry Craney scored twice, the second in injury time, to give Celtic a narrow 3-2 win at Love Street. And George O'Boyle scored in his first Premier Division match for 5 months to put Dunfermline in front against Hibs. Billy Finlay, though, gave Hibs a share of the points with a second-half equaliser.